about all the things.
Welcome to episode 51 of Theater School Rejects, the podcast. We're back with Ronnie.
Howdy.
And me. And we're just having our usual arguments. But now we're going to be fun and happy for the podcast, sort of. Probably.
Fun and happy.
We just did two
or happy.
Well, we just did two upbeat podcasts with Richard, so we're doing some downbeat ones.
Thanks, Richard, for balancing it out. I appreciate you, man. Much love, brother.
The super depressed dude is the high point, the upbeat podcast. Oh.
Aww.
No wonder you guys get along so well.
Spider monkey.
Flashback. She's cracking up to a flashback of your set. Not even the actual set, just a flashback.
Oh, that's all you need. There's a little girl. Oh my god.
You ever flashback to my sets like this?
Oh
I have
my
joke
God.
envy.
Oh my god. I was gonna ask you about that. I figured that would be a thing. Oh my god.
No, not with you crying. That just made me happy. But this, flashbacks, that I wonder about.
Well, no, like, I was talking to him and Amanda, and like I started cracking up over that bit, and Amanda hadn't heard it, and I was like, oh my god, tell her, and he told it. Can you walk by my car?
Of course.
And I just about died. But when you were talking about Richard right now being upbeat, I was like, yup. And then it just made me think of
No, I know. I just want to know if you ever flashback to any of my jokes and crack up like this. Like, you're just like,
do you ever scar small children in a hysterical way?
No, hopefully not.
Well,
I have other jokes.
yeah.
Oh, this is encouraging. You're so supportive.
Edutainment is not as hysteria-inducing. Except for Schrodinger's cat. Like, that one gets Amanda every time. You get that reaction out of Amanda on that one.
You just heard my stuff too many times. Familiarity breeds contempt.
No, that's not true. Well, I mean, it does about the stuff that's about me. But, like, blowjobs come and go, but corn dogs are forever. It's relatable on a spiritual level.
She loves you, man. She loves you, Richard.
Well, I mean, yeah. But. I don't know. Like, it's a little harder to market like, what are we going to do for yours? A CD radio? This is how radio waves work, boys and girls. Like, that's not
Lap
exactly...
Dance City, you and me.
Right, like,
That's
that could
classic.
be a bumper sticker? Maybe. But even then, it's skewed. Like, just the statement, blowjobs come and go, but corn dogs are forever. That's religion.
Okay. It's alright. Like I said last night at my set, I'm a niche comic.
Okay.
But, so, let's see. So anyway.
I did not mean to give you joke envy.
It's fine.
Oh, pobrecito. Oh. No, you know what makes me crack up? Flashbacks of heckling you.
That I believe.
That makes me crack up.
Noted.
Exactly! Dude, that was the best first night ever! Hey, come to my show! And make everybody laugh at me. I mean, you kind of got to your goal. It was a good night.
It was. Memorable.
For sure. So, I'm having difficulty planning for the upcoming roast battle.
With you and Amanda?
Yes.
Okay. How come?
Mostly because, people go to cockfights to see them tear each other apart, right?
Yeah,
Just blood and feathers everywhere. Putting Amanda and I up against each other is like putting two kittens in a box.
Well, I asked if you guys wanted to face each other or not.
Yeah, but yours and my concern when you said that was, are you going to end this friendship talking shit?
It's a concern.
Oh, but you know what? I sit down to write and I think about it and I try to get my grr face on and I'm like, nope, nuh-uh. Love her. Love her to death. There's like not a mean thing I would say about her. Like, trying to say a shitty thing about Amanda is like trying to kill a unicorn.
I can kill a unicorn.
Of course you could. Low key, you're Voldemort. We all know.
You haven't gotten that far. The Succubus Apprentice. No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're like. We haven't finished Succubus Journey yet. There's a part where like Phil kills like two unicorns.
Of course.
Unicorns are dicks.
Well, in yours, but in like Harry Potter.
Well, no, they're not
perfect creatures.
They're not. They're on the side of good, but unfortunately, like Phil and the gang are, on the side of evil.
For those of you who aren't aware of what we're talking about, this is Doug's shameless plug for his book. Read the thing.
Succubus Journey. He's got an ogre named Phil. He smokes cigars. He's cool. Got a guy named Edmund. He's a scholar. And this guy is Succubus, because Succubus Journey.
Right.
Good people doing bad things. And a few bad people doing bad things.
What is life for $500?
Complicated. I like to introduce some moral ambiguity in my books.
And your comedy.
Very much so. Let's see. But Brian just did a review of Necromancer in Chief because I asked him to.
Huzzah.
And Richard says he's going to review a couple of my books when he gets a chance.
Right on.
I made them free today so they can be downloaded.
Oh, cool. What do your numbers look like?
Of the free books downloaded, not great.
Oh.
I made Donald Trump Necromancer free, and there was 87 copies were downloaded.
Uh-huh.
And I made 2 books free today. 13 downloads combined.
I think 45 is more of a catalyst for you there.
Well, yeah, but
hey, he did something good. Sorry.
But anyway, that's just a little bit depressing today, but that happens. Try to be a little bit fiscally responsible and didn't go to the gaming convention.
Because swords, you're gonna get us killed.
I'm pulling you away from the car.
Wow.
But hey, I only saved your life. It's fine.
For those of you on the radio, I am giving him a side eye like no other.
That's different than any other moment.
That's true.
You live in the side eye.
Around you? Mostly.
That's so encouraging. We record our fights. For reference at later dates. You said this, did not. Check the transcripts.
Oh, did your friend find an interpreter?
I don't know.
Oh.
We'll talk about that off the air.
Okie dokie.
So last episode was 50, and I was all like, gotta do something special for it, gotta try and get a bunch of people together. And then we finished recording the first one of the night. We went and got Mountain Dews, which was an adventure all its own at the BJ's because they were closing.
Right.
And once again, we made trouble. And then
By we, you mean you?
Uh-huh. And then as we were leaving, we get back to the car, and Richard's back was hurting, so he didn't want to do any sword fighting. So I was like, okay, we're doing the podcast. And I'm like, podcast 50. We were going to do something special, but no, it's just us again. Because that's the planning I put in.
That's true. But he did look good with the longsword.
Right? Low-key, I ordered another longsword.
That's not low-key. The second you said you skipped the game night because swords, I knew what you were up to.
Well, there's a bunch of different things. I prepaid my car loan.
Huzzah.
So, theoretically, I would have the $500 between now and the 10th. Because that's when it's due. But I paid it off, a week ago. Because
They're not going to bill you again?
No, I paid off early.
Oh.
So, because I didn't want to be in the position of, trying to make sure I had the money for it. I'm like, let me just get this out of the way. And then I'm like, then I gotta pay them again until October.
Sweet.
So, but
The one time you do pre-planning.
well, I did. But
No, it's
like,
good.
what you do? Oh man. Um, our video with the Scottish Broadsword's got 40 views so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Of you and Mario?
No, you and me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. People like it. Wait, no, sorry. That's the rapier one. The you and I have like 15 views, but it's like going fast. It's only been up for like a week. For me, 15 views is fast in a week, sadly. But you know, work in progress.
All right, Vibes of listeners, go to YouTube now.
Well, I think it's the metal swords. So my goal is to get more metal swords.
Ah.
Well,
Yes, there is something to that.
well, another rapier is on its way.
Have you figured out what you're going to be for Halloween?
Well, I put some thought into what I'm gonna wear.
Is it camouflage?
Yes. And a sleeveless T-shirt.
Shock and surprise.
I don't know. I might wear something for Halloween. I did get booked October 28th for the Sunday of that sort of Halloween time at Flappers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did a really good set, and then like the next day there was a booking email, and I'm like,
Yes.
I choose to believe these are causally related.
Sweet.
Um,
I'm really anxious to hear your set.
it was really good. Like my first line got, and you've heard my first line before, but it just broke up the whole audience because it caught them so off guard.
Nice.
And it was the one I did, the last one, you know, last show you were at. So like, you know, no one expects because he introduced me. He's like, and there was another attorney lawyer. There was another comic lawyer. He does workers' comp defense, same as Roxanne, because that's who's hiring these days. And anyway, we actually got along pretty well. We were Facebook friends now, but I told him, you know, kind of like, oh no, it's his wife I got into it with, because she does the same thing. I'm like, yeah, you know, I totally prefer defending criminals than like helping a corporation not pay people get hurt at work. She did not take that well.
Well,
Yeah.
like you said, niche comedy.
So, what, me not get along with someone I just met? Anyway.
Again, shock and surprise.
But like I said, I got second on the show coming up in there, and September 15th, we might have to redirect your roast battle. Might have to split you and Amanda up.
Okay.
Well, you guys can't roast each other.
Well, we'll see.
It's not a roast battle if you just say nice things about each other.
Right? No, I think we'll manage, but it's difficult.
Though Richard said you are helping him sharpen his roast for the 11th.
Oh yeah, Amanda and I were having fun.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, like, she threw out a couple zingers. I was like, oh shit.
You might think it's a fucking kitten fight, but Amanda might tear your shit up, and you're like,
Yeah,
I didn't have anything mean.
Seriously, I'm totally not prepared for that. Although in the back of my head, I'm like, she's gonna annihilate me.
She might.
True story. That's alright.
But I think she might put more effort in.
She's got that comic blood.
I think she does. You do too, but you're fighting it. Like, because you tell me, oh, I think that could go in a bit, but then, like, you don't, like, go up on stage and do the bit. You just think about it. She's like, fuck it, I'm going to use this.
Yeah,
or at least going
it's
to try.
true. Well, if it's any consolation, one of my coworkers is like, why aren't you doing this as a bit? Because, like, I talk about stuff at work, and she just dies. And, like, my boss cracks up, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Of course you are. Well, anyway, I'm looking forward to the first bout.
I think I really enjoy being Den Mom. Like, at Richard's set the other night, there was this dude, I don't remember his name, but he was like, name dropping hard, he was like, yeah, I knew Mitzi and blah blah blah. So if you have any questions or want any pointers, just hit me up. And like after the show, I was like, did that guy fully just name drop? He was like, oh yeah, totally. He was like, but you could kind of be like Mitzi. And I'm like, that would be incredible. Like, I would love that.
You could still do it too. There's nothing about you. You can be Dead Mom and be a comic. You're able to be an MC. You're able to produce a show. Of course.
Maybe.
I have to downplay it.
That's my jam.
Well, yeah, but is that something you want to be your jam?
I mean, somebody's got to have some humility.
Why? Well, humility is good. False humility, on the other hand, is either grating or obviously.
I don't know.
Either,
We'll see.
it's either,
It's probably an eventuality. I'm just not there yet.
well, you're ready to roast battle, so that's a start. Although, like, you were not quite entering the spirit of roast battle. Like, how can I say nice things about her in a funny way? Kind of missing the point here.
I didn't say that. I said I go to write things that aren't nice and they end up nice. Like, it's like a sick burn, right? Except for it's more like using a curling iron and you end up looking beautiful.
Okay. On that
Right.
note, we'll bring this episode to a close. Hope you enjoyed it. You can find me, DougXComedy.com. You can find the Ronnie occasionally at our shows. You can find her doing the roast battle September 15th at Fountain Valley.
Woo-woo.